All right, you guys, welcome back to the Alpha platform. I thought about playing that intro twice, 2 or 3 times. So I didn't know what to say. I was like, you know what, let me just put an intro again. But yeah, tonight I want to talk about the Abercrombie and Fitch situation because, most of us grew up, I was born in 89, right? So we were around when Abercrombie and Fitch was in its heyday. Do y'all remember going to high school and seeing people wearing Abercrombie and Fitch? Like people used to wear the jeans, the flip flops, all that stuff. The t-shirts, the polos, and the news that broke today. It was really shocking, really, really shocking. So let me get some things pulled up here, and then we'll get started. I'll let the banners play. Where are you guys tuning in from? While we let people join us here. Let me know in the comments below where you guys tuning in from. Working there also meant, yeah, let's see your comment here. This is from Kiki Jones. Yes, working there also meant you were beautiful. Yeah, like they only hired white people too. Do y'all remember that? Like that big scandal, they only hired white people. They would not hire people of color. You're white. You're right, KK Jones. You're right. They would only hire like white people too. They only wanted white people representing their brand. So it was crazy back in those days. But yeah, good comment there. You're right. That was a really good comment. Okay. Let's get some more comments in the building. Let's get some likes too while we're here. We got 5 people. If you guys can get 5 likes, we can get 5 likes, we can get more people in the building, and we'll go ahead and start. While I have you guys here, I want to go ahead and try to test my audio because I bought all this equipment. Look, like I bought all this stuff. All this stuff to try to get the audio to work, and it still wasn't working. So I don't know what's going on, but we're going to keep everything moving along here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and watch this video about this news report, and then I'm going to read the indictment to you guys. So we can break down whatever happened and give our comments and just go from there. So I appreciate the love, support. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me know if you cannot hear the audio, by the way. I did press share audio, but if it doesn't play, let me know.
We start this noon with breaking news. The former CEO of retailer Abercrombie & Fitch, Mike Jeffries, has been arrested on federal sex trafficking charges. A live look from Brooklyn at the U.S. Attorney's Office and FBI speaking about the charges. Let's listen in.
2014, Michael Jeffries was the chief executive officer of Abercrombie & Fitch. Abercrombie was a widely known clothing retailer with stores around the world. Aspiring fashion models knew that a place on one of Abercrombie's iconic ads could be the ticket to success in the modeling industry. But while Jeffries was the CEO of one of the most recognizable clothing retailers in the world, he was using his power, his wealth, and his influence to traffic men for his own sexual pleasure and that of his romantic partner, Matthew Smith. The charging documents describe in graphic and disturbing.
Didn't I tell y'all this? In one of my previous videos, y'all really went in on me about what happens when some men get money and power. I think a lot of y'all went off on me when I talked about, what's that dude's name? Beefcake Hunter. When I talked about that, y'all went in on me, but let's go ahead and let this play, and I'm going to continue my point a little bit later on. Let's just let this play.
In detail, the violent and exploitive acts these defendants perpetrated, for which they will now face justice in a court here in the Eastern District of New York. So here's what's alleged in the indictment. Jeffries and Smith employed James Jacobson to act as a recruiter to find men. Jacobson engaged in, quote, tryouts with men across the world where he would typically pay them to engage in sex acts with him. Following the tryouts with Jacobson, Smith would often then personally approve whether the men who were selected would meet Jeffries and Smith. The defendants would fly the selected men to Jeffries and Smith's homes in the Hamptons in New York City or to hotels around the world in such places as England, France, Italy, Morocco, and St. Bart's. for the purpose of attending events to engage in commercial sex. But beyond simply hiring men for sex, Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobson used force, fraud, and coercion to traffic those men for their own sexual gratification. For example, as alleged, the defendants employed a referral system and an interview process that did not inform the men of the details of the sex events before they attended, including the full extent and nature of the sexual activity that would be required of the men at these events. They caused the men to believe that attending these sex events could yield modeling opportunities with Abercrombie or otherwise benefit their careers. Smith and Jeffries employed a secret staff to operate these sex events. The staff ensured that the men signed non-disclosure agreements and handed over their personal items, such as their phones, before the start of the events to maintain the secrecy of these events. The defendants caused the men to believe that not complying with requests for certain acts, sex acts during the events, could harm their careers. The defendants.
I really want to know from you guys, how is this different from OnlyFans? Because from my opinion, people are flying out other men all the time for OnlyFans. Like, they're doing this stuff all the time for OnlyFans. So how is that any different from what these CEOs are doing? Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Pressured the men to consume alcohol, Viagra, and muscle relaxants known as poppers during the sex events. And they required the presence of staff during the sexual activity and ensured that the men did not leave the sex events until Jeffries and Smith decided that the sessions were over. Also, as alleged, on more than one occasion, Jeffries and Smith either directed others to inject or personally injected men with an erection-inducing substance for the purpose of causing the men to engage in sex acts the men were incapable of engaging in or unwilling to engage in. Additionally, the indictment alleges on more than one occasion when men did not or could not consent, Jeffries and Smith violated the bodily integrity of these men by subjecting them or continuing to subject them to invasive sexual and violent contact by body parts and other objects. As alleged in the indictment,
we've been to get into this, man. Like, I read the indictment and it's long, but I'm going to break it down for you guys. And what these dudes were doing to these alleged, these straight men or whatever you want to call them, it's crazy. Like, this stuff is perverted. This stuff is sick. Let's continue on.
Jeffrey, Smith, and Jacobson didn't just carry this activity on for a couple of occasions. Their sex trafficking and prostitution enterprise lasted at least from the end of 2008 until early 2015. During that period, the defendants hired dozens of men and transported them to New York and around the globe. They spent millions of dollars on a massive infrastructure to support this operation and maintain its secrecy. This included hundreds, thousands of dollars of cash for commercial sex.
So if they paid millions of dollars to keep this operation going, why is it just now becoming public? What is really going on this year? Because it's too much happening. Like, these dudes were able to carry out this stuff for decades. So why in 2024 is it all coming out? It's just not making sense. We're gonna let these dudes finish up, and I'll try to give my commentary.
Prolific amounts of money for staff to run the sex events, money for domestic travel, international travel, hotel rooms, services from a security company, and Jacobson's salary, among other things. Now, this investigation remains ongoing. Although there are 15 John Does identified as victims in this indictment, this interstate prostitution venture encompassed dozens and dozens of men.
Okay, I think that's enough for now, you guys. What I want to do right now, I want to read the indictment to you guys. We're going to get into the details because it's really crazy what these dudes were doing. Let me remove this from the stage and go ahead and show you guys the indictment itself. We're going to go to this one here. Give me just a moment. Okay, can you guys all see the screen? I think you can. So let's just get into it. It just says from approximately 1992 to 2014, the CEO, a fashion retailer that owned and operated retail stores around the world, Jeffries. They're talking about his background here. I want to just get into what they were doing, though. Give me just a moment. Let's scroll ahead and get into what they're doing. Okay. It says, this is crazy. I have to laugh because this stuff is crazy. It's not funny. It's just, I can't believe this stuff is happening in plain sight. And this is actually real. From approximately 2008 to 2015, the defendants, Jeffries and Smith and Jacobson, together with others, operated international sex trafficking and prostitution business. During this period, Jeffries and Smith relied on their vast financial resources. Jeffries' power as the CEO of Abercrombie and numerous people, including Jacobson and network employees, contractors, and blah, 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 to run a business that was dedicated to fulfilling their sexual desires. Okay, prostitution business that was kept secret, thereby maintaining Jeffries' powerful reputation. All right, I want to get into what was alleged that they participated in. Let's scroll ahead here. Wow. The defendant, James Jacobson, traveled throughout the U.S. and internationally to recruit and interview men for sex events. During tryouts of potential candidates, Jacobson typically required that the candidates first engage in commercial sex acts with him. So, again, I want to go back to OnlyFans. And I hate to do this. But I have to talk about it. I have seen videos of Raheem Shabazz. You guys all know him, right? Raheem Shabazz. I've seen videos of him before him and his partner engage in acts with a potential client or whatever. They do tryouts too. And in the specific video on Twitter, the dude they were looking to have, on the OnlyFans account on their videos, he was coming in and having sex with, Raheem's boyfriend. So how is this any different from what's going on Twitter and in OnlyFans? So I really do believe that the government is getting ready to crack down on OnlyFans and all this porn that's happening out here, because they're starting at the top first to give people a warning. But like I said, the same stuff is happening online, like to people that are just normal people. So following the trial by Jacobson, the defendant Smith approved candidates prior to their selection for and transportation to a sex event. At the direction of Jacobson, paid fees to individuals who successfully preferred men who were selected. Okay, let's get into what I'm trying to skip around this a little bit. It's a little bit long. All this stuff we don't need to know. Give me just a moment. Okay. All right, so here it is. This is what I want to really get into right here. So we're going to start with letter D. This is what they're alleged to have done. Physically groom men prior to sex events, including at times shaving men's genitals without advance notice. Required men to relinquish their personal items, including clothing, wallets, and cell phones, and store them in locations during the sex events where they could not access them. Required men to sign NDAs, but you cannot, like, people don't know this stuff, but you cannot, an NDA will not protect you from a criminal offense. Like, if you sign an NDA, but it's a crime, like, that you're committing, the NDA gets thrown out in court. So this will not work. The NDA, which among other things prohibited the disclosure of information about the sex events, including to their own family and friends, and required the payment of damages in the event of a breach. Wow. So they had them pay them if they talked about these sex events. Letter G, intentionally recruited heterosexual men, certain of whom were unwilling to engage in particular sex acts, including anal sex, and insisted that men who previously stated they were unwilling to engage in particular sex acts, including anal sex, nonetheless engage in such acts during the sex events, so making them have anal sex. He pressured men to consume alcohol, Viagra, and muscle relaxants known as poppers during sex events. Man, like, y'all having these dudes out here do poppers? I required the presence of the staff during sexual activity and ensured that men attending did not leave the sex events until Jeffries and Smith decided they were over. Wow. Okay, so last point here. This they're saying the CEO was literally injecting dudes' penises with a prescription grade erectile inducing substance for the purpose of causing the men to engage in sex acts in which they were otherwise physically incapable or unwilling. All right. So we've all heard about this stuff in pornography, of course. People do all the same things. I want to give you guys, I want to, just to hone down my point here, I want to show you guys a picture of the CEO because I did bring this up recently and people were upset. Like they were literally upset because I brought this point up, but it's true. This is how life works out here. Let me remove this from the screen. I'm going to present something else here. Okay. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to, come down hard on these dudes. I just want to talk about it. So this is what the CEO looks like, right? Now, do y'all truly believe in a perfect world this man is getting all types of dudes? Like in a perfect world, this dude without money and power or fame, whatever you want to call it, he's getting, all types of dudes to go to sleep with him, to go on dates with him. Do y'all truly believe this is that type of dude, right? No, probably not. I'm pretty sure you don't. So that's my point is like when unattractive dudes like Beefcake Hunter and stuff like that, and I hate to say this, but y'all be like, let's just call a spade a spade. But if you're not as attractive as some dudes may be, if you come into money and power, you will use that money and power to go ahead and get the type of sex you want, the type of dudes you want, and this is what that dude was doing. So it just kind of proves my point here. But I believe what they're saying is true. I don't believe this dude is attractive at all. And it's just funny because I remember back in the day, like they would barely have black people in their ads. Like you see one here, but very rarely do you see black people in Abercrombie and Fitch. Like they were just famous for saying we don't want black people in our ads at all. And all the while they were doing all types of sex trafficking. So this was like their bread and butter type image right here. So if you guys were like born in the early 2000s, you won't remember this stuff. But for those of us who were born in the 90s and the late 80s, we do remember this stuff. Let's see what you're saying here, KK Jones. There's a power dynamic difference here that is predatory as well as dishonesty because they didn't tell them what would be involved as well as abuse. I agree. I totally agree with you. So KK Jones, because I want to segue into OnlyFans a little bit. Do y'all believe the same stuff is happening in OnlyFans? Because I do. I personally do. I feel like it's also happening in OnlyFans. Like, I watch content from, for example, Yardie Style, right? And we all know what type of content Yardie Style likes to put out, right? And when you look at his content, the dude is always talking about 3-hour, 4-hour sessions. I don't know about y'all, but when you get to your 30s and whatnot, you're not doing no 3-hour session, no 4-hour session, right? And the only way you're doing it is if there's drugs involved. So all it takes is one person to be like, hey, you know what? I was drugged and it made me do X, Y, and Z. He held me against my will. He made me have sex for 3 hours straight. Like, y'all don't see this coming down the pipeline because I do. I personally do see this coming down the pipeline. Cooking with Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see what you're saying. Hello. Yeah, we lied. Yeah, we lied tonight, bro. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. But yeah, I see this happening a lot with OnlyFans. Like this is coming down the pipeline. Like a lot of people are going to go to jail for this stuff. Yeah. So okay, I want to segue to a different topic here. Now that this one's over with and you guys got to see it, I want to talk about Paul George. Give me a second. So apparently, the straight dudes are upset because media has been in their locker rooms taking photos of them and looking at their penises, apparently. So we're going to take a look at this article from, I think this is from TMZ Sports. I'm going to read this to you guys. Give me just a moment to share my screen. Okay. Just a second here. Okay. This is from Paul George. I believe he's an NBA player. He says, I want media out of our locker rooms. I've seen a reporter staring at our penises. We all know this stuff happens. Like if you don't watch sports a lot, the media is constantly in the men's locker room, right? And these dudes are naked. Like sometimes they appear on screen naked. You can see everything. My first time pitching. Oh, welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. But yes, hope you having a good time. You decide to stop by again. But yeah, when you watch sports, like they go into the team's locker room, and you see all types of stuff. You see the dudes naked, you see their butts, you see their penises, and I'm just always shocked that we're still doing this in 2024 because you would never see this happening in a women's locker room. Let's read it. Paul George says it's time to move on from journalists inside of NBA locker rooms, claiming he's seen at least one reporter gawking at penises while in the players' changing areas. So you got some queen in there, some DL queen in there, just blowing it up for the rest of the people because everybody in the locker room is not, looking at the penises and whatnot. It just takes one dude and one dude alone. Yes, I agree with you, KK Jones. That would be sexual assault and rape as well. How is it not the same? But consensually using substances is not the same. I would argue different, KK Jones. Like I would say that's totally different. It is the same to me because all I have to do is say I wasn't in my right mind and you made me do X, Y, and Z. I wasn't in my right mind. You made me have sex for 3 hours like Yardy's out here doing. Like I'm not saying Yardy's committing crimes. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying we're walking a very tight, fine line with this stuff, like with this OnlyFans stuff. It really is. So I think it is the same. It just takes one person to say, you know what, I was drugged, I was assaulted, I was raped, he wouldn't let me leave. And, we all we also know he has a history of not tagging people in his content, not giving them credit for filming content with them. So anyhow, going back to this article about the reporters. Thank you, KK Jones. I appreciate it. So it says the Philadelphia 76ers star made no bones about the topic while on his podcast with Paul George show this week, explaining he agrees with NFL players who want to rid themselves of media members in the immediate vicinities of showers. Yeah, like why are we why does media want to be in a locker room anyway? George stated he has a multitude of issues with the practice, but one of his biggest pet peeves is clearly the way he believes some have looked at his teammates' private parts while trying to conduct their post-practice and post-game interviews. It's like they treat them like slaves, honestly. It's like they're treating them like slaves. Like, honestly, like, I always say majority of locker room, bro, they're naked when reporters come in, George said. Like, we're in towels, we're naked. We just got out the shower, and then you have these reporters in there, and, like, they're not staring at the wall. You know what I mean? They're staring at us. So you said cooking with Mr. Nono, those journalists be getting their life. They do. Like you need to see it. Like it has become a thing. Like if you go to lpsg.com, you can literally look up locker room footage and locker room photos and see players being naked. Like you can literally find this stuff on the internet if you just look for it. And I'm always surprised that these dudes don't come out and say something about it and they don't sue. But this dude is taking a stand, of course. So thank you, cooking with Mr. Noel. Thank you, I appreciate it. George said there was specifically one reporter in Washington who was very known for this, telling his co-host in person the person would stare at dudes' meat while they're in towels or while they're changing. Yeah, so this dude was probably a closeted gay, a DL dude. See, like these DL dudes are not as slick as they think they are. Like all you have to do is watch their eyes, right? So it's like you got DL dudes everywhere thinking that they're just, hiding about and whatnot, but we all know who they are because you just have to follow their eyes. He also said many journalists eavesdrop on players' personal conversations, leading to unfounded rumors and reports. Quote, I just think it's just our place of privacy, he said. Quote, it should be treated as that, end quote. Excuse me, guys. He added, quote, it shouldn't be nobody in that space. So far, neither the NFL nor the NBA have made any indication that change could be coming. This despite players like George growing more and more vocal about the matter. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I definitely agree with this dude here. I definitely think reporters should not be in the locker room at all. It just doesn't make sense to me, especially if they're not allowed in locker rooms of females. Why have them in men's locker rooms at all? Just doesn't make sense to me. Let's get some comments in here. We got 18 people in the building. Go ahead and, support the channel by liking if you want to. I greatly appreciate it. So Proudly Peculiar is saying, I've seen footage online where they've shown bear. I told you they have sites dedicated. They really do. And it's surprising. Like, it really is surprising that no one has called this stuff out. And it's just now being, brought to the forefront. But this stuff is nothing new. Like, they've been doing this stuff. And I think somebody's making money from it because it's happening way too often. People must be making money off of it and, maybe trading online and whatnot. But it's crazy. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Okay, I read your comment already. All right, you guys. Well, I'm not going to stay on long. I just wanted to hit that live stream really quickly and talk about Abercrombie and Fitch. It's very unfortunate what's happening today. Everybody's getting exposed, like Cat Williams said. I don't understand why, because if they had millions of dollars to run their ring and, pay off people, why now? Like, why are people coming out now? Why is it being exposed now versus not, in 2020 or 2021 and whatnot? So things are just different. Things are changing up a lot. Okay, I'm gonna remove this from the stage. Okay, you guys. Well, it's gonna be a short live stream today. Thank you guys for joining. I greatly appreciate the love and support. Hope you guys liked today's video as well. But I will come back with more live streams. Let's see what you got to say before I go. I seen an email in regards to another allegedly. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you for emailing me. I saw that. I'm definitely gonna cover it later on in the week. I don't know what I'm gonna say about it, though. But I will cover it. I'm not gonna lie, I will cover it. I just feel like it's kind of old, and people have already determined that the dude was DL. I just don't know why he decided to do what he wanted to do, or what he ends up doing. Maybe I can just pull it up now. How about that? I'll give you a treat. I'll pull it up now. And we'll go over it now. Give me just a second, you guys. Let me go back. Okay. By any chance, do you remember what you named the email? Let me see what you named it. I think you named it like something like DL dude or something. Shake my head. Why are you shaking? Okay. Proudly Peculiar. I need to know, what did you name your email? Like, I really want to know what was your email, because I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. Give me just a second, guys. Still looking for his email here. Maybe something like alleged. Okay, let me try that. Alleged deal, man. Let me try that. Oh, I see it now. Okay. And I said, I'll check it out. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, my husband's here, by the way. He's running. He's running through the background, but I told him nobody can see him. Like, he's nervous about being seen. Nobody can see him. Okay, watch this video real quick. Okay, we're going to check out this deal dude that someone sent me via email. You guys probably heard about the story, but we're going to break down, have our commentary, have a little bit of fun with it too. All right. Give me just a moment. Let me share my screen. This is called. Okay, here we go. Don't be looking at my my playlist here. I don't want y'all seeing what I've been watching and whatnot. So I'm gonna make it full screen.
I knew it, y'all. So it came out that the reason why this man unalived his mother, the mother of his child, and his cousin is because he was DL. And it came out, and for somebody found out. I think at one point maybe the baby mama found out, and the information just kind of spread it. But according to what they're saying, he was actually on his way to unalive someone else. Now, this all happened within the time frame of 9 hours, y'all. He was on his way to unalive another person. After he unalived 3 women, he was on his way to unalive someone else when he got into a standoff with law enforcement and ended up being unalived because he was on a rampage. This is sad, y'all. This is sad. Be your true self. Be your true self. Why would you unalive people? Because you're afraid to be who you are.
The reason why men are turn to violence a lot of times in these instances is for 2 reasons. I mean, they're both related to misogyny and the patriarchy. So A, men are bred to be and raised to be hyper violent, right? So you got that going. And then B, because of the patriarchy and because of misogyny, men are extremely homophobic, and it leads to a great deal of shame in most men's minds to be homosexual. It leads to a lot of shame, right? And when men's whole identity is wrapped up in our masculinity and our perception of masculinity.
So tell me this: how is it shameful for being open about what you like, but yet you're still doing it in private? Like, how is it shameful? Like, we're doing the same thing, but I'm open about it and you in the closet about it. So how is that shameful? Like, I still don't get it. Let him finish real quick.
Masculinity, then doing anything that we don't deem to be masculine could be devastating. Like messing with men, like dealing with men, like having relations with men, like being in relationships with men, whatever the case may be. That's the reason why it is imperative for men to unpack our misogyny, because it literally leads to violence. It literally destroys you from the inside, right? And then that can hurt. You could end up hurting other people because.
So y'all still talking to DL, man? Y'all still doing that stuff? Because every time I make a video about it, somebody be in my comments telling me I'm jealous, I'm blah blah blah, like all this stupid stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't really, I don't see the point. It's just really dangerous, and I don't understand why people are second class. I wouldn't call them that. I wouldn't. You must be trolling, Elijah. You must be trolling. Gays and bi, look, he's like, you must be trolling. I'm gonna block you. Like, honestly, I'm gonna block you. So keep it up. I'll block you. But yeah, every time I make a video about DL dudes, people be in my comments because I tell y'all to stay away from them because it's dangerous. And we're seeing it time and time again. These dudes will delete you, literally delete you, and go about their business. And it's legal in 17 states for them to do so. Literally, they can use the gay panic defense and get away with it. So why is that exciting for us as gay men to deal with people who are still in the closet, still where we used to come from? You said, Kuru, you said there's Facebook groups dedicated to DL men and DL men meeting each other in thousands. It's scary. Yeah, like, but you know what? I'd rather them meet each other than deal with openly gay men or deal with trans women and stuff like that. Because, they can keep each other's secrets. They can treat each other the way they want. But I feel like we deserve better. We deserve better. Being out and proud, we really do deserve better than to deal with this stuff. So if you want to deal with DL people and trade and whatnot, more power to you. I wish you the best of luck, but you're playing with your life. You're playing a dangerous game. There was just a trans woman who was deleted the other day by her lover, her straight lover. Let's see what you got to say here. I'm 39 years old. I'm over a DL man. Yeah, like once you get a certain age, it just seems stupid. I'm over DL men. A lot of gays still chase DL men. I think it's a form of self-hate. Two self-hating men being together. Maybe you're right. I never thought about it that way. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Two self-hating. Okay, I never thought about it that way, but I think you may be right. So if you hate yourself, you're gonna be with another dude that hates you as well, hates you but loves you, or will sleep with you. I don't know what you want to call it. Elijah. Okay, we'll give you a second chance, man. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm gay. I don't have rights in my country. What country are you from? Where are you living at? I think y'all be trolling in my comments. Like, y'all be saying, like, rude and mean stuff to get attention. And I don't know why. But so, Elijah, which country are you in? Let me know while I let this video play.
Because of that. Now, when I was talking about with as far as like your masculinity, people putting their whole identity in their masculinity. So because men despise women, right? Because men have a disdain for women, we have a disdain for anything feminine, anything that we consider to be feminine. And sleeping with, there's nothing more feminine. There's nothing more feminine than sleeping with a man, right? There's nothing that is more a woman, a thing that could be attached to a woman than sleeping with a man. a duty of a woman or whatever you want to say than sleeping with a man. An action of a woman than sleeping with a man. Like it's just so once a certain type of man crosses that threshold, then if he hasn't unpacked that part of misogyny within him, it can create like a ton of anxiety.
Exactly, I agree. Let me read some of these comments here. So Elijah, you're from the Caribbean. Okay. Well, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, the connection for DL men or people who support DL men, the root connection is that fact. They enjoy hiding themselves proudly and get off on it. Yeah, maybe it's a thrill. Like the secret is a thrill. It makes it, there's a chase. They find it attractive. They find it appealing. I don't know. I've never been a part of it. I just don't know. But I like hearing you guys' experiences. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate that.
It can create anger and shame. Shame will lead to anger, right? And in this dude's case, obviously he became deathly afraid that everybody else was going to find out. Because why? Because men know how other men treat women. Men know how men treat men who are feminine. Men know.
And that's exactly why I come on my platform and make videos about feminine dudes and really trying to champion them and push them up because they need it. Like they need it badly. And it's like they get hate from the straight people. They get hate from the gay people. They get hate from other feminine dudes. They get hate all the way around. We just need to uplift these dudes so badly. And I just try to give my support the best way that I can. But yes, he brought up a really good point.
That's what he didn't want. He did not want to get removed from the cult of man, even though a large portion of the cult of man is gay. They are gay men. But yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know that he could be who he was. He was like, man, if I am who I am, you know what I'm saying? If I'm found out, I'll get booted. And in the cult provides us a level of solace for men. It provides a level of protection and acceptance. And men need that. A lot of men need that acceptance from other men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are out here we're doing everything to be accepted by men, right? We're not doing stuff to be accepted. You know what I mean? Like we're omitting stuff. We're not doing stuff. We're, stopping us from doing, you know what I mean? Like because like, oh, that's not manly. You know what I'm saying? Washing your ass, that ain't manly. Like, men, whatever it is, we're trying so hard to make sure that we remain in the cult that we will go even to the extent of unaliving people, like this man did. His own mother, the mother of his child, his cousin.
All right, you guys, that's enough of that. I think we all know how these DL dudes get down. Let me read some comments. I love how you show love to femininity, and men can get a bad rap. Everyone has some. Yeah, they do. Everyone has masculine fem energy. Everybody does. Like, why are we coming hard on these dudes so hard? Let me see what else you guys are saying. Oh yeah. Okay, it says, oh yeah, on XOXO channel, there was a dude that dated a woman, had kids by her. They were here for 9 years. When she found out about him being gay, she wanted to leave unalived her. Yeah, they will. Like, they really will. Like, they don't care. They're willing to do anything to protect their secrets. So why are we dealing with them? Why do we put them on a pedestal? Why do we seek them out? They refer to themselves as the bad bitches of the gay community. How? He even told her he used to be bisexual. He's not gay no more. That line. Yeah, they be doing that stuff. Like, I'm not gay no more. I'm delivered and I'm bisexual. And they haven't dated a girl in like 10 years. Like, stop the cap. Elijah says, it's not us actually being less than. It's about people consciously and subconsciously treating us differently when we come out. Some people don't want to be. But that's part of the game, bro. That's part of the game. That's part of being a gay man. Like, that's why I think we are more men. We are more of a man than most men are, most straight men, because we have the audacity to be ourselves. Like, a lot of straight men, they are not going to be themselves. They want to play follow the leader, but we don't. And I think that's why they get jealous, intimidated. And that's also why they're fascinated with us gay men. Straight up. Sean says they were married for 9 years. I'm sorry. So, I mean, but he was, smashing pussy throughout the 9 years. So at the end of the day, he's still bisexual or at least gay. Like, I mean, dudes lie all the time. Like, dudes be straight up lying. Okay, let's see what else you got. Spelling check sucks on my phone. No worries, bro. You're fine. You said proudly peculiar. You said we give them power by holding them to. If we held them to higher standards, we would require more from them. We require them to come out and be honest about who they are. We give them no standards. We have high standards for ourselves as gay men, but not for DL people, not for trade, not for closeted men. We don't have standards at all. As long as they're good looking and they fit our archetype of what we think is attractive, we're willing to allow it. We'll allow anything. Give them our addresses, allow them to come to our homes, but yet you cannot come to their house. You can't talk to them in public. I don't get it. Couldn't be me, but yeah. Aren't you guys? So that was that topic. I was supposed to go, but this is getting juicy and I'm having fun with y'all. What's up, Darian? I appreciate the love. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. So I want to talk about Tyler Perry really quick because the streets are saying that Tyler Perry is up next. He's about to be exposed next. And y'all remember when Christian Keys came out, when was that? Was that 2 years ago when he did that live about a certain Hollywood dude was trying to push up on him and get him to do stuff he didn't want to do? Do y'all remember that? Anyhow, I want to play this video about Tyler Perry because they're saying he's next to be exposed, and maybe he is, maybe he is not. But we're gonna see what Walter Lee Hampton has to say because apparently Walter Lee is about to do a documentary too. You think you think so too? Okay, all right. Let me share this with you guys. We're gonna share this video real quick. Give me just a moment. Okay. Shout out to Walter Lee Hampton. Please support his channel. This is 11 years ago, bro. 11 years ago. Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Facebook, YouTube subscribers, and family members and friends. I did this video, and a lot of people complained that in the video I did yesterday that I was outing an individual. This is how I feel about this outing mess. If you're a Black gay man over the age of 21, you are grown, really over the age of 18. Most of you motherfuckers hiding and pretending that people don't know you gay. People know you gay. Most of y'all walking around have been outed the day you dropped out your mama's coochie. I'm serious. Y'all running around here talking about I outed Tyler Perry. You can look at Tyler Perry and tell that he's quite gay. Tyler Perry's been gay for a long time. Long before I met Tyler Perry, he was gay. Long after my association with Tyler Perry, he's still gay. I didn't out Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was outed the day he stepped out. He popped out his mama's coochie. The day she gave birth to that man, he was outed. You motherfucker.
Who honestly looks at Tyler Perry and thinks he's not gay? Like, something is wrong with straight people, especially straight, say this, man, straight Black women. Like, how do y'all not know this dude is gay? And if y'all so homophobic and so church and so godly, why do y'all support an openly, a man that's visibly gay? Like, y'all know he's gay, but he still has so much support from the Black community in the Black church. Go ahead, Walter.
Motherfuckers walking around here living in a fantasy world. You think people don't know y'all asses is gay? Look. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. People know I'm gay. They know. I have no kids. No wife. A man I've been living with for 18 years, going on 19 years. They know I'm gay. They can look at me and tell he's gay. See, now I don't have a problem with that. You know what? I've been out. I was outed the day I was born, and on April 9th, 1970.
You said Christian been fine. Yeah, but he also gay for pay, allegedly. They're saying he's gay for pay. So okay, I'm going to just get into it. I can't read everything to y'all, but I'll just get into it. There's a rumor. When Christian Keys did that live, he said that he was offered a car. He didn't have a lot of money. Anyhow, some dude offered him a car. And he said he didn't take the car, right? $100,000 in the car. But documents have came out allegedly stating that he did take the car and the money because he was broke and he needed money for his baby mama, his kid, and himself to pay rent, whatever. He needed the money, so he took the money. And they're saying he took it from Tyler Perry. So what came with the money? What was the stipulations with that money? And I guarantee you it was gay for pay stuff. I guarantee you. So was he doing the bending or was he bending? What do y'all think? Color girl.
You niggas killed me. All this ripping and running and hiding from who you are. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to run and hide, pretend as if you're not gay when you are gay. And then if somebody says something about, oh, you outing somebody. My phone started ringing at 8 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning. I was trying to sleep in this morning, give me a little rest, give me some beauty sleep. I said, I'm gonna sleep in a little bit late, lay in bed. When I got up, took the dogs out, got back in bed, the phone ringing. I'm like, who is this and what the fuck do they want? I'm answering phone calls about a YouTube video at 7 o'clock in the morning because you all mad because I outed Tyler Perry. A man that's been up and down the gay scene way before I met him. He was in the gay clubs and gay bars and sucking dick and eating ass and getting fucked in the ass way before I met him. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that type of stuff. Give me a break. All you homosexuals hiding in the closet. Here's another thing too. I'm on Facebook every day. I get messages from people all over the United States. I'm consistently being hit on by men who are married, men who are pastors, black men, not white, black men who are pastors of churches, who have wives and kids, but they hide their sexuality.
Absolutely. Let me read some comments real quick. All right, Darian, I see your comments. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Walk Through Hampton is the best. He's OG. But they always know. They do always know. It's obvious. When I told my mom that her childless single brother was gay, she almost swallowed the phone. And it's like, how can she not know? It's like they don't want to know. Maybe I don't know. DL, y'all crazy. Deshaun says, "Thank you for stopping by, Deshaun." When a straight person say, "Oh, you're outing someone," that straight person knows that they're doing homosexual acts. A lot of people are doing homosexual acts, bro. Like I came to realize this. For the longest time, I used to be like, why do people insist that being gay is a choice? And I finally got it, and I finally stopped arguing with these people. And it's because being gay is a choice for them. It's a choice for them. Like they are bisexual. They have same-sex attractions to other people, and they just decided they weren't going to act on it. So for some people, being gay is a choice. But for most of us, myself included, it's not a choice. And that's why we keep having that clash. Let's go on. Deshaun says there's even women that know that their man is out there doing homosexual acts. They try to pretend like nothing's going on. Not my man. They do. It's so crazy because I've been documenting my life for the past, I would say, since I was 22. That's 12 years in a journal. And, I get to read other people's journals as well. And one of the dude's journals that I read, he's married, heterosexual man, quote unquote heterosexual, married, has kids and whatnot. But he's always making entries about, messing around with other dudes. And I'm just always thinking to myself, like, maybe you live in a sexless marriage. Maybe that's the only reason why your wife is okay with this. Because in my mind, if you're in a marriage and it's sexless, something must be wrong. Something is going, awry there. So it must, maybe the way they handle this is just like, you're going to do your thing on the side. I'm not going to say anything about it. But yeah, I think a lot of women just know. They just know. You said Christian would probably be used for the stereotypical mass black top role, but he given up the case. Maybe. I don't know if he's bending or doing the bending. I don't know. I don't know. But I know that something's going to come out about this. And the thing about it is he took money from Tyler Perry, allegedly, right? And he signed an NDA. Therefore, he cannot come out and clear his name in this new documentary. I think it's called Maxine's Monster. He cannot come out and clear his name. So that's how it works when you get online and you feed on people's insecurities and you know their heartstrings about being assaulted and whatnot, and not give out names. Like, that's the thing I don't like about Christian Keys and what he did. You know, coming online and saying this happened to me, but not naming names. It was like he was just gaslighting us a little bit. You know, just it was just very weird the way he did it. But he cannot come out and clear his name because he signed an NDA to get that money. Why you laughing, Cornelius? Okay. Yes, tell it like it is, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, I thought women don't like to be sexually involved with gay men. They're on gay magazine talking about you're too fine to be gay, but means bisexual. Yeah, I think they just, part of women's power is their sexuality. And when you're a gay man, they get offended because their power, their sexuality doesn't work for you. So you're a liberated, free man. There's nothing they can do to entice you, to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do, like they can with straight men. You're right. You said, I get more deal men after me than gay men. Is super. Wow. Are you on the apps? Is it because you're on the apps? And also the celebrity of straight men, such as Whack, wherever his name is, thought about Young Buck and other, okay, having sex. I thought you straight men don't want to. They're obsessed with gay people. They're obsessed. Is this Whack 100? Who you talking about when you say Whack? Darion says, my best friend is straight, but I know he's DL because we hang out. Oh, all right. Okay, bro. But yet they want to tell their business, but when a gay man tells them the business, then they say, why did you out him? Yeah, it's crazy. But let's let Walter finish up, and we're going to read about Maxine's Monster, Tyler Perry and Maxine's Monster. This is supposed to come out on Thanksgiving. Like, this documentary about Tyler Perry outing him, whatnot, is supposed to come out on Thanksgiving, and Walter Lee is supposed to be in the documentary. So this is going to be crazy around the holidays. Like, 2024 is not over. It is not over by a long stretch.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Then they come lurking around the gyms, creeping around the gym. They see me, and they come to that gym specifically to see me. That's why I stopped checking into these gyms. Like, I'm tired of meeting these stalkers. Pastors, men of God, running around preaching this bullshit, but they want to lay up next to me. But they got a wife, they have kids, they're married. But they're in the closet. And I guess I'm supposed to be down for this shit. And turn my head and pretend like, oh, okay, I'm cool with that. I've had men, gay pastors, offer to put me up in my own place, pay the rent, pay for my car. Pastors of a church. They contact me from all over the United States: Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York, DC. There's so many up there in DC and Baltimore. It's just it's unreal. It's sad. And I'm supposed to sit back here silently, don't say nothing, don't out these men.
Wait a minute, you saying Whack 100 is allegedly gay? Let me see this comment real quick. Let me read this comment. Give me a second. Okay, let me see your comment here. Okay. Whack 100 did a story on two rappers having, okay, with two men. But what story is it? Where can I find this story? Whack 100, that's his name. Is he a rapper? I don't know. Let me see. Let me look up this dude. Give me just a moment. Let's look up this dude. Whack 100. I feel like I heard a name. I just don't remember the face. Oh, yeah. He is, yeah. Let me show y'all his picture. Let me show y'all his picture. This dude is crazy. Y'all so thrown off in these comments. Y'all be killing me in these comments. Okay. Let me show y'all Whack 100 real quick. Thank you, Walter Lee. I appreciate the content, man. You OG. We love you. It's Whack 100, man. Can y'all see? Everybody can see the channel, right? Y'all can see the screen. I'm sorry. But is he gay? Do y'all think Whack 100 is gay? He got pink lips, bald head. Yeah. Let me go on this real quick. Is he gay? Let me know in the comments below. You said I let apps go. I needed connections deeper. They talk about, yeah, you mask, it's a fix. Yep, you absolutely correct, man. I don't blame you. Do it the way you want to do it. Whack 100 was talking about their business. Whack 100 about Young Buck and Danny Boy having, but did he out them before the tape came out? Because you remember Young Buck's tape came out, and we were able to find out what he was doing. Same thing with Bobby V. He wasn't paying the girls, and that's why he got outed. So the thing is like what these straight dudes don't understand is that you're not paying for the act. You paying for silence. You paying for secrecy, and they don't get that. They don't understand that. That's why they be getting played. Hey, Mr. Hey, well, oh yeah, yup. Shout out to Walter. I also forget that Tyler has a baby mama. He has a baby mama. He showed us one pic of her, had a baby, and that was in that charade. Yeah. So apparently, he has a lot of attractive black men around him, and everybody's kind of wondering what are they doing to get the things they're getting from him. Like, what are they doing? It's giving allegedly Diddy to me, Diddy vibes. Deshaun says he addressed it about Danny Boy and Young Buck. He said that Danny Boy was giving. I can't say this on live, but yeah, I definitely believe it. So what was he doing when they were doing it? What was he doing? Just sitting there watching? Like, I don't believe that. I believe you were partaking or you liked what you saw. Just like Lil Boosie, like you sat there and just watched it. Like, all right, I want to read this article about Maxine's Monster for you guys. Remember, this is releasing on Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving is going to be messy. It's going to be messy. A lot of black people are going to be disappointed. A lot of black people are going to be, especially the black gays, y'all going to be arguing with y'all grandmas, your aunts, y'all religious moms, parents, whatever, at the dinner table when this come out about Tyler Perry, because everybody thinks this man is so wholesome and whatnot, and he can't do no wrong. But, he wanted the girls just like the rest of us. I can't say this on live, but he just like the rest of us. Let me read this last comment. I'll go to the article after this. His movies are always full of hype. They are, and that's how I know. Like, that's how I know. We all know. Anyhow, let me read this comment or this story about Maxine's Monster to you guys. Give me just a moment. Setting to release on Thanksgiving Day. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, this is from Media Takeout. Y'all know Media Takeout is hit or miss, man, but it is what it is. New surviving Tyler Perry documentary in production. Tyler hopes to stop it. This came out earlier this month. Sorry, your comments are getting me. Anyhow, it says 1 year ago, Sean Diddy Combs and Tyler Perry, two self-made black billionaires, were bidding to buy BET. Diddy was offering around $2 billion and Tyler was offering a bit more. If either were successful, it would have been the biggest entertainment deal ever by a black person. Is that why they're being outed, y'all? Like, come on now. Tyler. Wow. Okay. All right, buddy. LA, California. Even though neither man was successful, it looked like America was on the verge of a new era of black business leaders, and Tyler and Diddy were on pace to take over the world. This jumpsuit, this suit is it's a hot mess. I don't know who styled him, but they need to be fired, like, for real. Tyler, Diddy, John Legend. I heard rumors about John Legend too. I heard some stuff about him too. Have y'all heard anything about John Legend? But I have. I really have. And there's Chrissy right there. But yeah, I've heard things about John. I think Jaguar Wright was saying stuff about him. But, she ain't too tight around the head. So I don't know if it's true or not. I just heard some stuff. So, man, the way we got it out here, everybody can't be gay and bi. But it's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, it says, now just 1 year later, Diddy is sitting in federal prison and a new documentary is coming out about Tyler Perry, which is poised to slander the heck out of the billionaire mogul and leave his reputation in tatters. So if it comes out about him, will the black community leave his side? Do y'all think the black community will finally abandon Tyler Perry and move on? Media Takeout learned that the documentary, which is entitled Maxine's Monster, Surviving Tyler Perry, is a 3-part series which will talk to alleged victims of the billionaire mogul. The name of this new unauthorized documentary is a play on Tyler Perry's recently released documentary, Maxine's Child. Okay, this is what it looks like here. And I see all these names. Like there's a bunch of names in here. Do y'all see this? Alfonso, is that Alfonso Rivera? Wait a minute. Anyhow, there's some names in the light that you can barely see, but I see Alfonso for real. The movie poster shows the empty director's chair overlaid with names of prominent actors and celebrities who have worked with Tyler in the past, including, check this out, Christian Keys, Lance Gross, and Alfonso Ribeiro. Who is Lance Gross? You think John is gay too. John Legend got a... I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Because I've seen videos of John Legend. And John Legend's like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4". Sometimes short dudes just be appearing that way, but it's just an illusion because they short. And John Legend is a short dude, very short, small dude. I think John is gay too. I can see it. Yeah, like something going on out here. Like really, I'm home. This hyperbole. Excuse me. All right. You said Lance Gross is a handsome chocolate man. Okay, let me see what he looks like. Give me a second. Let me see what y'all talking about. Man, that's only supposed to be on here for like literally 30 minutes. It's been over an hour. Y'all are fun to hang out with, talk to. Okay, this is who he is. Let me show y'all this picture of it. I can't believe this dude is gay for paid. Like, honestly. Let me see. Lance Gross. Let me find that thing. Here it is. Okay. This is Lance Gross here. All right. All righty. Is this his wife? All right, but apparently he's gay for pay. Yeah. Yup. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, wow. No way. Like this dude cannot. It's shocking. I don't know, man. I just got home from work. What did I miss? I love the fact that you're doing more. I'm trying, man. It's like you got to get comfortable doing live streams. They're hard. They're very hard. And, you feel uncomfortable at first. You just have to get used to it. Like anything else in life, get used to it. Get through it. You said you couldn't pay me to be gay if I wasn't. I'm just saying. You'd be surprised what people will do for money. Like, you'd be really surprised. A lot of people, the money comes first for everything. It takes a strong person to say no to money. Think about it this way. We're all trading our lives away, our jobs for money. So if you're an actor, entertainer, your career is on the line, you're going to do what you have to do for that money, for that opportunity to feed yourself and support yourself, because it would be embarrassing to not make it. They're willing to do anything to make it. And I really can't blame these people. That's honest, honest to God truth. I can't blame them. You said he looks good. I love tanning to that complexion in the summertime. All right, your summer tan. All right. They choose money over morals. They do, but they have to feed themselves and their families and whatnot. So I get it. I get it to an extent, but the way Christian Keys went about it was something that I had a problem with. Let me see if I can find this dude's video. This is Christian Keys, you guys. So know he has a son. Looks just like him, by the way. Wow. I can't imagine him being gay for pay, though. It's so crazy. Does he come off as like such a straight masculine dude? Like he would never do that. And I'm God-fearing and I'm Christian, blah, blah, blah. Like I can't see him doing it. I want to find his live, though. Give me just a second. Let me find this dude's live. Christian Keys. Let me see if I can find his live. Everyone has a price. And when you have the Tyler Perry wealth, that's easy too. Yeah, a lot of people have prices. They do. They really do. Like, think about it this way. Y'all have trade and deal dudes out here doing stuff for free with y'all. And I say y'all. I'm messing with them. Like, y'all got dudes out here doing stuff for free. Now, throw $5,000 on top of that. Throw $10,000 on top of that. You got, that's some power. That's some weight right there. You should do more live streams. You inspire me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So let me see if I can find Christian Keys live. I want to refresh my memory because it seems to have happened a while ago. And I want to refresh my memory about what he says. Plan who pulled up. When did this happen? Let me see if I can find this dude's live. Give me a second, y'all. Give me just a moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, like the stream, get more people in here by leaving a like. I greatly appreciate it. Give me just a moment. Let me find his live so we can talk about it. When did this dude? If you guys know where his live is, put it in the chat. When did this happen? I think it happened last year. Yeah, let me just share my screen. Okay, let me try the internet. I'm gonna try Google. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's go to Lipstick Alley. Give me just a second, you guys. I have to find this live video. This is killing me. I have to find this live. Okay. All right. I think I finally found it. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, we're gonna play his live real quick. This is, yeah. All right. Okay. Y'all miss TGIF? We're funky and even whatnot. You said I just got home from work. All right, I read that comment already. All right. Everyone has a price. Okay, we talked about that. I feel like you have to be you have to like taking pain in order to take pain. It's quite the task to undertake. Well, if you're throwing money at people, like I think they're throwing money at people. I don't even know if these dudes are douching. Like, you know, that's the thing that be throwing me off. It's like when I read these allegations about Diddy, the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO that we just talked about, and now allegedly Tyler Perry, they have to know that these dudes are not douching, or they don't know how to douche or clean out or prepare for that stuff. And y'all, you know, they're just okay with it. They're just okay with it, apparently. So let's get into what Christian Keys has to say and refresh my memory, because I don't remember what this dude said about Tyler Perry allegedly. You guys can't hear? There's no volume? Okay, let me stop sharing and try this again. Give me just a second, y'all. I may have too many screens open. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, looks like the volume is not operating correctly. Okay. Anyhow, he's just explaining how someone was harassing him for years, and he's going on to make himself out to be a victim, But we've just kind of learned that he took money from Tyler Perry allegedly. You can't hear. Okay. I remember back in my younger years when I was in high school and right out of high school when I was the twink and I used to wear Abercrombie Savage. I was very much a preppy nerd. Yeah. And are you a black dude, by the way? Because we were just talking about how they didn't really like feature a lot of black models and whatnot. They didn't really, feature a lot of black people in their ad campaigns at all. Yeah, I did see you guys cannot hear. I'm gonna skip his live. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that really quickly. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I'm not going to stay on much longer. It's been over an hour. But yeah, it was fun talking to you all, and I had a good time. Like the stream. I appreciate it. Yes, you're black. Yeah, man, like Abercrombie Fitch. But, they used to make fun of us black dudes. If you wore that stuff, they would make fun of you for wearing Abercrombie Fitch. Because, you're supposed to be wearing, I think back then we were wearing, like, what was it? Rockaware and stuff like that instead of Abercrombie Fitch. You not paying Christian for nothing? Yes, you would, bro. Stop playing. You would pay. You would pay. Like I don't want to hear it because yeah, you would pay this dude. A dude looking like this. I think you would. Give me just a second. I'm trying to share something with y'all. Yeah, I think you would pay. Let me pull this dude back up here really quick. Because the cap is getting crazy, but Christian Keys, I think you guys would be paying for that. I think he was mad about his show. Like, I think he had a show or something, right? Like, he had some type of show with Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry was threatening to cancel it. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Echo, yeah. Echo was another brand we were wearing back in the day. Yeah, for sure. Echo was another brand we were wearing back in the day. Aside from Christian Keys, speaking about him, I want to talk about Maxwell too, because I remember when Maxwell was on the Breakfast Club, the artist, he was on the Breakfast Club. And I think he has like a little thing on the Breakfast Club or when he does interviews that you cannot comment anything gay, because I was like, oh, back in the day, I was like, oh, he's such a good looking man. He's talented, blah, blah. And in Breakfast Club's comments, immediately it was deleted. But you have a whole bunch of females in the comments, saying the same exact stuff. But if a dude say anything about him being good looking, it was getting deleted. And I think Maxwell is also family too, because how old is this man and still no girlfriend, no wife, no nothing? And then he's always around beautiful women. That's another sign of a DL dude. It's like they always need to be around the baddest chicks, right? Like they always need to have a very, very attractive woman on their arms. Lee Maxwell, I'm trying to, but I can't help it, bro. I can't help it. Like this, how old is Maxwell? Why is he not married? Tell me. And why are they deleting my comments when back in the day when I said something about him? He's 51. That don't mean nothing. Like, these old heads out here. You say I grew about in the country that's also requirement. Okay. He's in The Boys on Prime too. Who are you talking about, Cornelius? He's in The Boys on Prime too. Let me know who you're talking about. I'm serious. I've had Trey in the past try to get money out of me. Like, I don't know what. Yeah. Like, that's the crazy thing is like, y'all paying these dudes or, they extorting you guys, but they not like returning favors. Like y'all are doing everything to these dudes, right? Everything, and they not reciprocating during the acts from what I've seen. And it's crazy that they have the audacity to ask for money on top of that too. Christian. You talking about Christian Keys? Okay. He's in The Boys on Prime too. So tell me, Cornelius, is that a gay themed show, or what kind of show is The Boys on Prime? Yeah, guys that have to be around a bunch of beautiful women download. They do. Like, think about us when we were in the closet. Like, think about it. Like, we wanted to show that we were ultra masculine, and the way to do that is to also have a very pretty girl on your arms, right? Like, that's how men do it. Like, trophy wife, a trophy girlfriend. Lenny Kravitz, okay, yeah, I haven't heard nothing about Lenny Kravitz, but yeah, I agree with you. All right, but yeah, this is giving a little bit. I think his family. Anyhow, you guys, real, it's getting kind of late for me. I want to thank you guys for joining the live stream. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. I'll do another one soon. I thank you guys for the love and support. I greatly appreciate it. Wolf is back. Wolf pack. Take care. Peace.